Hi all, this is Kara Payton with KCM Studios. Gonna walk you through a tutorial today on how to accomplish the froggy pose safely. We will, all froggy pose pictures that are done properly are a composite image, meaning that the baby was not actually in the pose that is in the final image. For many of you, I apologize that there will be some extra rotation at in the final part of the edit. I won't record that, but we were in a very tight space, so we have a crooked angle that we'll work with that you probably won't have to work with your own photo. So I will just show you the basic on how to blend the images, and then I will let you go. We have our two images here, the one where the top part of the photo needs to be removed and the other one where the bottom part of the photo needs to be removed. We're going to select our base image. What you're going to do is look for both of the photos and see which image itself contains probably a more workable canvas, something that you will use as your base, meaning the other photo will be transferred onto this one and you will use this as your final image. And so I believe that I'm going to use this one. It's a little bit further back, and it's gonna basically in the end have a final composite that I'm gonna like a little bit better. So what I've done here is I've already done this, but what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your selection tools. You can use your lasso or you can just use your box depending on how. I use my lasso due to the nature of it being crooked, but you are welcome to use the selection tool up here is the rectangular marquee tool is what they call it. Usually that'll work for you if you have a straight angle. And you're basically just going to use that tool and you're going to select the bottom part of the image. You're going to right click and click layer via copy, and then you're going to drag. I'm going to drag what I had originally selected, but you're going to drag what you've selected over to your other image and drop it. And I've already aligned it, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. But what you would do is you would just, at this point, you would align it. I'll show you how it's. There we go. And apparently I nudged it. But okay, after you get them set, what you're going to do now is you're going to take your eraser tool. I would start at 100% just for the rough edges, the blanket that's very, very different that will need to be all the way erased and blended in. But then you can adjust your opacity of this layer so you can see after that where you're going to need to erase without hitting any of the hand from the original image. So I'm just going to go in here. I'm just going to start erasing. And I know where my arm is, so I know where to stop erasing. Oh, sorry, I'm knocking my camera. Okay, and once you get your rough edges taken care of, you can lower the opacity of this eraser tool to anywhere from 60, 80, wherever you're comfortable with, and then you go in a little bit closer, and I'm just going to erase things around the nose where the edges met and kind of gave a little bit of a messy edge. And if you want to make sure, just so you're not getting confused, you can click the opacity all the way back up to 100 to make sure that you have done everything you needed to do and aren't going to over erase or leave anything that needs to be taken out. I'm not going to erase any more than that. I feel like everything that is needed is erased. So that is how you blend the images. Now from here you can actually go in and merge your layers, which is Command-Shift-E if you are Mac user, or you can just right click over there and it'll give you an option to merge your layers. And then from there on out, it's just a matter of cloning your background over here to make sure that this extends all the way, or however, if you're going to crop real close into the image, you don't really necessarily need to worry about that, but you're going to erase things like this, But I just wanted to show you the basics, top step, the number one, how in the world are you doing that question, to make sure you guys know that these are actually two images that are split in two and molded together. So if you have any other questions on how to do things, you can email me at kcmstudios@aol.com. I wish you all well. Happy shooting.